Hey everyone, I'm Mike from Mike Olson Art. I hope everyone's having a great day today. As usual, thank you guys so much for tuning in, taking the time out of your day to check in and hear a little bit more about some of my card art projects that I've been working on. So the card project that I want to reveal to you guys today is a super special project, and is actually a pretty big one. This customer requested 2 cards, so we've got 2 different cards to go over. I'm trying to move pretty quick so we can fit everything in, but a little backstory on this card. The client that reached out to me for this request is actually an awesome dad, and him and his daughter love watching women's basketball together, and it's, you know, a really special thing for them. And because his daughter is about to go off to college, she reached out and wanted to do something really special for her and kind of highlight that special bond that they have through, you know, women's basketball. So he asked if we could do 2 cards, and they're actually 2 UConn players, one former and one current. So why don't we just dive right in and take a look. So these are the 2 cards that we came up with. We got a Breanna Stewart and we've got a Paige Bueckers, both awesome UConn players. A lot going on these 2 cards, so why don't we just jump right in and take a look. All right, so here are the 2 cards we came up with, our Breanna Stewart and our Paige Bueckers. And why don't we take a look at these one by one. Let's start with the Breanna Stewart card. I think a lot of you guys are going to notice right off the bat that this one is inspired by a 2003 Topps Heritage baseball card. And I actually love mixing up cards whenever I can, and putting a basketball player in a baseball card design, or maybe a baseball player in a basketball card design, is just kind of fun and a really unique experience and makes for a really unique card. So really like doing that 2003 Topps Heritage treatment to this card. I like doing this really tiny player on the shoulder of themselves. And in this case, I really love how tiny Breanna came out. And whenever possible, it's really fun to make something cross, you know, one of these border lines. So her little basketball crossing over that border line is one of my favorite details on this one. The customer for this one asked that we do it as a New York Liberty design and not a UConn. So we've got her in her current New York Liberty uniform. And if you look up here, this New York Liberty logo is another one of my favorite parts of this one. It's a really complicated logo when you dive right into it. So at this size, I'm really happy with how it came out. So that is the front of our Breanna Stewart card. On the back, you know, I've got my standard back, Breanna's name, you know, her number, team she plays for, and a couple of her career stats down here. So I really love how this one came out, love the coloring, and ever since I did that Caitlin Clark card in the same style as this, I've really wanted to do another basketball player the same way. So this one gave me the opportunity to do so. So really cool card. That's our Breanna. And now here is our Paige Bueckers. And as a kid growing up in the 90s, I loved Fleer basketball cards. I loved anything, you know, from that era. They were mostly made famous by, you know, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, you know, all of those, you know, players from back then. And I really wanted to do something with one of those Fleer designs. So I decided to do this Paige Bueckers as a 1990 Fleer. And love the photo I found of her. I think she looks pretty badass, and just really love the coloring of everything. I did not recolor any of this Fleer design because I thought it matched really well with her uniform already. So it's a pretty standard Fleer design from that year. The only thing I did different was they generally had the team logo over on this side, and because of the way her head was tilted, I decided to move it over onto the other side. So just a really cool card, and really fun to do a women's basketball player in such a classic NBA style card from that era. So that's our card front. Our card back, again, standard card back for me. I've got her UConn team, her number, and because she's still a UConn player, I've got her stats, you know, from the time she started up until now. So really cool, love this card, and I honestly think they look really great together. So I really hope the customer and the recipient loves this one. All right, so those are our two UConn women's basketball stars in card form. Super fun project to work on, just a really heartwarming project. I loved working on this, and I hope that you know, the recipient not only loves it, but I hope when she looks at these, you know, she remembers her dad and all those great times they had together watching basketball, and just really great project. Thank you so much for trusting me on working on these. So that's it. If you guys have you know, a similar situation, somebody's going off to school, maybe somebody got a new job, somebody's moving, you know, there's all sorts of great reasons why you might want to get a card for somebody. So if you'd like to talk more about something like that, you know, please reach out. I'd love to talk about your project, and you can always DM me here on Instagram or head over to my website, Mike Olson Art, and reach me that way. So thank you guys. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.